So first and foremost, we're going to talk a little bit about the Junior City Gate that you see here. And there's also a lot of little intricacies that we're going to show off in some other assets as well. Um, and this first one is kind of like giving you the feel of what that gate is going to look like. This isn't even the whole city itself. But I don't know if you guys want to talk a little bit about that, and then I can show as well the lamps and some of the props as well, and how those
Yes.
integrate with nodes as they progress, like level 1 to all the way to level 6.
Jeff, why is everybody telling you to put as much water in your mouth as
I don't
possible?
know.
It's because
I'm
when
drinking
you
from a very
drink,
big Yeti, so I don't know. Maybe
it's
Oh,
maybe I
because they
drink
can
more.
see like all the water slishing around in your
got
mouth. It's
it.
weird. I don't know.
Is it like does he have like translucent lips or something? You can see the water in
I don't know. I think when he like laughs and stuff.
it. Okay. Yeah,
Now
so
it's probably harder to see because it's kind of blurry.
this is a concept piece showing kind of the architectural designs for the Junior Stage 5 city. This piece in particular is really focused on the outer walls. One important thing to note about the way that nodes essentially get established is we're now utilizing a platform system as these nodes kind of get constructed in real time. And it's semi-procedural. Obviously, there's parameters that we set, and those parameters dictate the placement of specific buildings that adhere to the designs for both sieges, as well as the roads that exist and the location of specific services and/or merchants. But what that ensures is that every node will have a unique appearance. It will be distinct to itself. And even if it gets leveled up multiple times, there's an opportunity there where the node platform design gets changed for each progression, so to speak. And this is great from an immersion standpoint, obviously, because you're not going to see cookie cutter type nodes excuse me, you're not going to see cookie cutter type city layouts and node designs. It's going to be fresh kind of each time. And they're not going to be like, oh, this is every node's a rectangle kind of thing. They're going to be natural, immersive, looking like normal cities and stuff.
Yeah, and so this next one is kind of the lamps, and you can kind of see the progression as, it goes from, a town all the way up to, I think this is like Metropolis-ish. It depends, and there might be another stage in there, but kind of gives
No,
you,
you can kind of see the node 3 and 4 is like village and town. Node 4 to 5 is like town to city, and then node 5 to 6 is city to metropolis. So you can kind of get a sense there.
hmm. And then the next one we have here is also some junior braziers, not braziers.
Brazier.
Wow.
Brazier. I know it's like a weird words, man. English. Um,
Um,
but yeah, it's really cool seeing like the different progression and like the style and how fancier things get as we
yeah.
go up.
This is really kind of a testament to not just the concept artists on the team and their great job kind of showing off these ideas, but also to the environment team and just the sheer realm of possibilities that we're going to include in the game from not just a architecture and building standpoint, but also reflected in the prop designs as well. So a lot of these props are going to not necessarily be reused. You're not going to see the same brazier present in the metropolis stage as you would in the village stage. It's all going to be immersive and make sense visually as players see progression, because these are the central hubs of really the game. This is where pretty much every system ties into the nodes. So we want to make sure that as players are present in those nodes, that it's not only visually aesthetic, but it also it visually makes sense as well.
Well, you got to
Yeah,
get fancy, man.
it's one of those things that the detail work really matters when you're trying to tell a story and trying to provide like a cohesive look to things, right? The details are really important. And so that's why we share these things. It's like we're not just thinking about the overall big gigantic walls, but like we get down to like the real detailed stuff and think about like what does a denier brazier look like? What does a denier cup look like? What does a denier table look like? So we're thinking about all
Absolutely.
of these things, on a really micro level in order to tell this story and make the story make sense at a glance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then the next one we have here are kind of like a bunch of different bookshelf options. We are, you know, putting a lot of effort into like even the smaller little pieces that you're going to see on that front as well. So these are, I believe, the smaller bookshelves version. They're a little shorter. You can see their little dwarf there next to them as well for scale.
Got to make sure the dwarves can reach those books.
Yeah, they
Yep.
have to reach the books. Very important.
I don't know if they'll be able to get to the top shelf there. Maybe if you get like a little
They
step
have like
ladder.
a little stool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
life,
dwarf
man.
tiptoes.
Like my life is I always have to carry around one of those little step ladders. All right. Oh, someone's like Maggie to scale. Pretty much, yeah. Or Toast. We're both shorties. And then the taller bookshelf is this one. So pretty. Even like the little details on like where the shelves interlock with the sides of the, whatever you call it, the boards is really pretty too.
Yeah, I will say, one thing that's very important, to me when kind of setting out to make Ashes of Creation is not just keeping this high level perspective of, these grand systems, but making sure that at the most minute detail point, that really this project is created to a certain level of detail that is representative of the quality we want you as players to experience. And immersion's a very important factor, for myself and for the team. And we want to make sure that that experience is whole, is really from the bottom to the top. Players are going to be immersed in this world, and a lot of that immersion really can stem from these finer details that might in other games be overlooked, but all of them are part of that equation in creating an immersive experience.
Yeah, you might not notice it, but your brain does.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to our character art. Do you want me to just go straight to the video? I was gonna have it last.
Straight to the video.
I was gonna do it last, but we can go
Video.
first if you want.
We'll
All right.
ask chat. What does chat want? Video?
Oh, they're gonna want the
First?
video, right?
Well, you never
I always
know.
like to
They
end
might-
cap
I
on,
don't
you know.
know.